If you're over 40 and you're looking to start making videos for YouTube, then stop worrying about how you look and how to record. Your gray hair, wrinkles, how you appear on camera. Yes, of course, we all worry a little bit about how we come across on camera, right? I mean, it's all for everybody to see. But seriously, the wrinkles, the gray hair, the lighting, none of that is as important as you think. And you can record videos just like this. I'm recording in my car, I'm driving, obviously. I don't recommend doing this like if you're holding the phone like this, right? Don't do that, okay? Super dangerous. I do have my camera attached to my window, just a little contraption you can get if you want. And I'm not even sure if it's super safe to like talk like this, okay? But anyway, I'm doing it. So let's talk about getting started. You don't need a lot of gear, okay? It's simple to get started. You can use your phone. You can even use your selfie cam if you want. You don't have to have fancy cameras, fancy rigs, none of that. You can use your microphone, right? I have earpods on. I do have an external mic right here, but you don't need that, okay? And if you're parked in a car, like right now I'm obviously driving, so there's some noise like from my car and other cars driving around and stuff like that. But if you're just sitting parked somewhere in your car, don't need a microphone. If you have a quiet room, don't necessarily need a microphone. Obviously, quality of your audio is going to go up if you have a microphone, okay? And you can even use something like, let me see if I have one in here. Oh, look at that. I have a lavalier mic. This can actually just plug in to like this little attachment and then have a USB or a lightning adapter depending on the phone that you have and connect right into your phone. And you just clip this thing onto your shirt and start talking. I don't use it because I have a wireless mic, but that's simple, right? And that thing costs like, I think $10, $12 on Amazon. You do need a little extra cable, which is like $5 or something, and the lightning adapter. So all in all, maybe $25, and you can get something like this. Now, if you wanted to pay a little bit extra, you can get an external mic, wireless mic that plugs in. There's like a little adapter that plugs into the bottom of your phone, and it goes wirelessly to your microphone. It talks back and forth. I got one, my original one for my iPhone. I got for like $50. There are some cheaper ones. I just got one that was a little bit more. It was on sale during Prime days. Like I think usual price was like $80, $90. I got it for like $50, $49, something like that. But um, it works great, you know. I just happen to have this DJI mic on me right now. It doesn't matter really the brand. DJI just happens to come with the camera I'm using right now, so that's why I'm using it. So you have your phone, you have your AirPods, or no mic, just using the audio from or mic from your phone. That's honestly plenty. And you're gonna see now that when I stop right here, like the ambient sound is like, it's quiet, right? I mean, you can't really hear anything. So perfect place to actually record. What else do you need? Well, you need editing software. You don't need fancy edits. You can just cut the beginning, which is what I'm going to do with this video. I'm going to cut the beginning. I might cut some things that I feel is unnecessary in the video, but for the most part, I'm going to keep this video just running. And then I'm going to cut at the end because you don't really need to see me shut off the, talking to myself and shut off the camera, right? So basic video editing, you can do it on your phone if you don't have a computer or your iPad. I typically upload to my laptop or my computer, desktop computer at home, because I find it way faster for me to edit. I know some people that are super fast on their phones. I just can't edit on the phone. I have done it. I do it sometimes when I travel, but I find it super kludgy and hard to do. But you can. And you can learn how to edit on a phone, like basic edit, in like 10 minutes. Because it's literally like just telling it where to cut, and then delete that section and splice it together, kind of thing. It's pretty simple, and I think it's pretty straightforward once you get started, right? And then what else got? What else do you need? Well, you need to know how to upload to YouTube. It isn't super hard. It's a little bit confusing at first because there are a lot of places where you gotta fill stuff in, but there are walkthroughs. Like there are tutorials with walkthroughs on YouTube where you don't really, you can just follow along with the video and it tells you exactly what to do and what to put in different places. So that's not really a hurdle, right? What else? Well, the next thing is come up with ideas. So actually, that's not the next thing. That should have been the first thing. Come up with ideas on what to talk about. But this isn't the video on like ideation and how to come up with ideas, right? Or your niche or anything like that. But having like some talking points help. Obviously, I'm doing this completely off the cuff, but you don't. Some people like, okay, straight talk. I create videos all the time, but for some reason, I wasn't able to record these videos. So I was getting super frustrated, so I started writing scripts. And I was semi-reading the scripts, okay? Like, in a relatively natural way, I think, but it's not my thing, and I don't like reading scripts, and writing scripts, because I wanted to come off natural and off the cuff and, just the way that I talk to my friends. Having an outline or like bullet points, that really helps. I didn't use one for this video simply because I'm in the car and I can't sit and look at stuff, while I'm driving. I mean, I have enough trouble, I think, talking and driving at the same time. But having an outline or some idea of what you're going to talk about, if you're confident about the topic, it's a good idea. So don't just like turn your camera on and go, well, today I want to talk about how I prune my garden, and then you don't know what to say for like 30 minutes. And I do create videos like that sometimes where I'm like all over the place. It's fine, you can edit it if you want, but having like some bullet points, some clear thoughts about what you want to talk about, it makes things so much easier. I think I kind of have like ADHD or ADD, I guess they call it now. So staying on one thought is really hard for me. I tend to like just go down rabbit holes and then go down this way, and like not being focused at all when I talk. So that's hard for me. Having an outline really helps, or even just writing it out a little bit before you record, not to have with you, but I knew what I was going to talk about before I got in the car, right? I'd already been thinking about it, and I was kind of musing on it and decided, hey, you know what? I'm going to just go ahead and record, because I always have a camera set up in my car just in case. I know it's super nerdy, but it helps me create content, not just for this channel, for another channel too. I'm just creating content, just talking to the camera like this. And it's an easy way for me to, for some reason, when I drive, it helps me just come up with, just come up with conversation. So where were we at? We have the phone or your camera, whatever camera you have, but I think most people at least have a phone that they can use. I use an iPhone 12. It's not new. You can, if you have an older phone, that's fine too. Camera's fine. I don't film in 4K. Okay, I film in 1080p simply because the bigger the file, the more issues I have on my computer editing it, because I don't have like the latest and greatest computers and I don't have a lot of hard drive space. I don't worry about lighting. Yes, lighting is important. If you're recording at night, it's going to be an issue, right? You could turn on the light, like in the car, or if you have a decent light in your house, or maybe a panel light even, then that's not the big deal. That's not the hurdle. I know Sam Sulek, one of the bodybuilding kind of fitness influencers, right, that creates vlogs. He sits in his car, he turns his light on, and he talks. Even though if it's pitch dark outside, he just creates videos like that, and it works for him. What else? Clear audio. Audio is more important than video quality, and that goes for any video that you create. What else? We have I don't know that we have anything else, but that's kind of what I wanted to cover in regards to creating videos. It's not, I know it can seem daunting, but you can see this quality, right, of this video. It's not super hard. I just reached over, pressed record, and just started talking. So I hope you can get started too, and just share with us, and even share your channel in the comments. That way I can go check it out, and I would love to see what you come up with. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.